Hello everybody and welcome back. And now we have Pakistan who feels left out. So they have now announced they are going to be doing a Bitcoin strategic reserve. So we have explanation of Pakistan's Bitcoin strategic reserve is the decision made by Pakistan to establish a Bitcoin strategic reserve involves the government holding Bitcoin similar to how nations stockpile gold or foreign currencies. This move reserves Pakistan's earlier stance where the central bank had deemed cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin illegal and prohibited their sale, purchase and exchange. The reserve will likely be funded through state-owned Bitcoin mining operations and potentially seized illicit crypto assets, as noted in reports. The announcement aligns with Pakistan's broader goal to position itself as a leader in digital economy. We hear this with most nations, but anywho, they are leveraging its useful tech-savvy population and surplus energy for Bitcoin mining. The CEO of the Pakistan Crypto Council and Special Assistant to the Prime Minister on blockchain and cryptocurrency emphasized the initiative draws inspiration from, of course, the US, which established its own Bitcoin reserve through an executive order in March 2025. Pakistan's shift reflects a global trend of nations recognizing Bitcoin as digital gold due to its fixed supply of 21 million coins and decentralized nature. This move also includes plans for regulatory framework to ensure compliance with international standards, such as those set by Financial Action Task Force, FATF, and the attraction of foreign investments. Why this is good for crypto investors? We have increased institutional and sovereign adoption. So Pakistan's entry into Bitcoin as a strategic reserve adds another nation state to the growing list of countries embracing cryptocurrencies, which also legitimizes Bitcoin as a store of value and encourages other nations to follow suit. Sovereign adoption signals to institutional investors like your hedge funds and your banks that Bitcoin is a credible asset, reducing perceived risks and encouraging more capital inflow into the crypto market. Potential price appreciation by holding Bitcoin. Pakistan is effectively reducing the available supply and circulation as the government is unlikely to sell these assets in the short term. Pro-crypto regulatory shift. Pakistan's move towards pro-crypto policies, including regulatory sandboxes for crypto startups and compliance with FATF guidelines, creates a more favourable environment for crypto businesses and, of course, could attract global crypto companies to Pakistan. Global precedent and momentum following the US's lead, of course. Economic opportunities in Pakistan's low operating costs and surplus energy for Bitcoin mining make it an attractive destination for crypto businesses. Used to be out in the middle of nowhere in Russia, but now hopefully we can go other places. So we get on to the pros and cons now. The pros of it is legitimize of Bitcoin, which is very good. Treating Bitcoin as a strategic asset. Pakistan validates its role as a store of value. Another country, which is good, which is similar to gold or oil, enhancing Bitcoin's global legitimacy, encouraging institutional and retail investors. Very nice. Economic growth potential. Their focus on Bitcoin mining using surplus energy could turn excess power into revenue. Regulatory clarity. The Department of Comprehensive Regulatory Frameworks, including the regulatory sandboxes, fosters innovation while ensuring compliance. Geopolitical influence. Partners with global crypto leaders, Binance, World Liberty Financial, and alignment with US policies position Pakistan as a key player in the global crypto landscape, potentially attracting more investments and diplomatic goodwill. And last for the pros is youth-driven innovation, with over 60% of Pakistan's 250 million population under 30 and 20 million active crypto users. The country has a tech-savvy demographic eager to adopt digital assets. A couple of cons here that I put together is regulatory and enforcement challenges. Pakistan's crypto enforcement infrastructure is still developing, and illicit crypto activity may be difficult to monitor. Building a reserve from seized assets, as suggested, could be limited by the country's enforcement capabilities. Also, aligning with the FATF and IMF requirements may impose restrictions, potentially slowing the pace of crypto adoption or creating regulatory hurdles for the investors. Excuse me. We have economic risks. Bitcoin's price volatility could expose Pakistan's reserve to significant financial risks. If Bitcoin value crashes, the reserve could lose substantial value, impacting the government's financial strategy. Geopolitical and IMF concerns. Pakistan's post-grey list status with the FATF requires careful navigation to avoid jeopardizing international support. A Bitcoin reserve could raise concerns from the IMF or financial institutions wary of crypto risks, potentially affecting Pakistan's access to global funding. Market speculation and volatility. The announcement may fuel speculative trading, leading to short-term price volatility. Dependence on the US policy. Pakistan's strategy is heavily inspired by the US, and any reversal or failure of the US Bitcoin reserve could undermine confidence in Pakistan's initiative, affecting investor sentiment. So, while the announcement is bullish for Bitcoin and crypto investors, it is worth critically examining the context. Pakistan's shift from banning crypto to embracing it as a strategic asset is a bold move, but its success depends on execution. The country's history of regulatory uncertainty and economic challenges raises questions about its ability to manage a Bitcoin reserve effectively. Also, the reliance on seized assets and state-led mining introduces risks, as these may not provide stable or scalable source of Bitcoin. The influence of Trump's administration's crypto-friendly policies cannot be overstated. Pakistan's alignment with the US and partnerships with Trump-backed entities like World Liberty Financial suggest a geopolitical strategy to strengthen ties with the US. However, this also ties with Pakistan's crypto ambitions to the volatile political landscapes in the US, which could change future administrations. So, please do like and subscribe, and your thoughts down in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.